Judge Sykes, do you think America is mostly good or mostly bad?
I think America is mostly good.
Thank you. How about you, Counselor Rochon?
I agree. I think it's mostly good.
Good. How about you, Judge?
Mostly good, Senator.
Okay, thank you. I'll start back here again. Judge Sykes, tell me what the Daubert, some say Daubert, some say Daubert. I'm from Louisiana, so sometimes we say Daubert. Tell me what the Daubert or Daubert standard is.
Senator Kennedy, in my 8 years of practice as a Superior Court judge and presiding in the state of California, I have not had occasion to hear the Daubert. So I can assure you, though, that I have had occasion where in a civil matter, I may not have known something, and I do the research necessary to discover and to research whatever it is that I need to do to make myself familiar with that. So I can assure you that in this case, I would do the same.
So you'll look it up?
Yes, Senator.
Welcome back to Hot News Today, everyone. Today we're diving into a Senate Judiciary Committee hearing that was anything but ordinary. Senator John Kennedy came with sharp questions. And the nominees? Some handled it better than others. This exchange was eye-opening. Let's break it down.
I would do whatever it takes to make myself familiar with that and be prepared to go forward.
All right, can you tell me, as a federal judge, give me an instance where you will apply federal procedural law but state substantive law?
Thank you, Senator, for that question. In regards to an instance, I cannot think of an instance off the top of my head, but I am familiar with the Erie Doctrine, which guides that process. Okay. And the Erie Doctrine does require that.
What's it say? Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. The Erie Doctrine does require that I would follow federal procedural law and state substantive law.
Okay. You're nominated for Judge Southern District of New York?
No, Senator. I'm nominated for the Central District of California.
Senator Kennedy kicked things off with a philosophical question. Is America mostly good or mostly bad? It's a powerful litmus test for nominees. Judge Sykes answered first, confidently, I think America is mostly good. Counselor Rochon and Judge Kato echoed the sentiment. So far, so good. But the tone was about to shift, and fast. When Senator Kennedy asked Judge Sykes to explain the Daubert standard, used to evaluate expert testimony in federal courts, things got awkward. I have not had occasion to hear that. I would do the research. Not knowing it? That raised eyebrows. Kennedy didn't look impressed, and neither were many watching. What's a putative class action? Counselor Rochon faced tough questions about a putative class action. Her response? Cautious.
Tell me what a putative class action is.
Thank you, Senator. In my 25 years of experience, I have been fortunate enough to work on some class action cases, including one regarding commodities manipulation. And in that case, I don't believe there was a putative class action.
Yeah, but just tell me what is one? What's a putative class action?
I would have to research it a little bit more, but I think it would, I would look at the case law regarding putative class actions, which I believe may differ by circuit, so I would look to the Second Circuit for exactly how they would interpret a putative class action.
Okay.
Fourth Amendment fumble. Then came Judge Kato. Kennedy asked about the Fourth Amendment, search and seizure.
Can you tell me what the Fourth Amendment is and the rule of search and seizure and what the exceptions are?
Thank you for that question, Senator. The Fourth Amendment prohibits search or seizure without a warrant.
And the exceptions to it?
The exceptions are quite numerous.
Just give me a couple.
Border search, exigent circumstances. Off the top of my head, I can't give you the full list, but there are quite a few.
Okay. Suppose California said, look, we appreciate the guidance of the U.S. Supreme Court on the warrant requirement and the exceptions, but we're not going to follow the exceptions here in California. If you want to arrest somebody, you better have a warrant. Can California do that?
Senator, it would be contrary to the Code of Canon, specifically Code of Conduct, specifically Canon 3, for me to give an opinion on a hypothetical like that.
Come on, Judge. Don't dodge my question. This is really basic constitutional law. Can California decide it's not going to follow the exceptions to the warrant requirement?
Certainly, Senator, if If California decided to do that, I would imagine it would be an issue that would be litigated.
I would imagine too, but who's going to win if they litigate it?
Well, Senator, first issue would be that pursuant to the Pullman abstention doctrine, that would be the type of issue that a federal court would defer to the state to allow the state to decide in the first instance whether or not it could perhaps
But
be
suppose
resolved.
the state did it. This is what I'm getting to. Suppose that California said, we appreciate it, Supreme Court. I'm way over. I'm sorry. You need to look that up. Okay, it's pretty basic.
What this really means. Judicial nominees, especially for federal courts, must be sharp, prepared, and confident. Know your Fourth Amendment from your Erie Doctrine and your Daubert from your Daubert. This wasn't just a grilling, it was a wake-up call. What did you think of this hearing? Were Senator Kennedy's questions fair? Drop your thoughts below. Subscribe, like, and turn on notifications.